Hello, friends and family. Welcome to day 18 of my quest to crush large diffuse B-cell aggressive lymphoma. Let's get into status. All right, eating. No problems. Not nauseous, no mouth pain. Haven't taken the mouthwash in several days. My weight's holding steady, and I did reach my fluid intake goal of 80 ounces. Thumbs up there. Thinking about raising that 80 ounces while I can this week. And then maybe, next week as it gets harder when the medication starts, I'll have a little extra fluids in me. We'll see. Sleep. Fine. 8 hours, 2 minutes. A little broken up, woke up, but otherwise pretty good. And I slept until I woke up this morning, so that was lovely. No naps. No new chemo symptoms to report. As far as I know, no chemo brain. You guys have to let me know because sometimes I think nothing and then there's something. Movement was great, 7,700 steps, and I made my goal of all 4 sun salutations. And I did, my vitals are all fine. Nothing remarkable there. So that's all good news. A little bit of doctor news, believe it or not, on a Sunday. They called me this morning to confirm my new insurance numbers and are already working on the approvals to figure out my treatment for this coming week. So hopefully tomorrow or the next day we'll have a plan for later in the week. They're working for the approvals from my new insurance company as well as any copay cards to pay for the chemotherapy drugs that my insurance wouldn't cover, or whatever percentage I'm not going to get covered at the beginning of the year. So to try and alleviate as much of the financial burden as possible. So that's quite lovely. Very happy with that, obviously. So that's great news. All right, so stay tuned. I have some show and tell later on, but let's get into accomplishments. So I don't think I mentioned this, but I am going to try this year to read 21 in 21. So my attempt here is to read 21 minutes every day for the year 2021. So one caveat. I neglected to do so on January 1st. I don't know what I was thinking. I had that in my mind and I didn't commit to it. So I did not do it on the 1st, but I have done my 21 minutes for the 2nd and the 3rd. And I know during chemo treatments, as they progress, those 21 minutes will be harder, but I'm still going to try to maintain that goal because I think it helps with the noodle and helps you just kind of escape a little bit. So let's see if I can do it. So in any case, out of the 3 days of 2021, I have 2 days down, 20 and 21. And I got this idea from the Happier podcast. Gretchen Rubin is kind of a happiness expert, and she has a podcast I've been listening to from the beginning. It's once a week, I think on Wednesday mornings, and then Monday morning she has like a little short clip. But they do lots of hacks and that kind of stuff. So it's an interesting listen. I listen. Okay. I did work on today a hat, and last night a hat with the brim. I think I mentioned I was working on one. I'll show that to you in a little bit. Oh, I guess I can show you now. Oh, and I made a flower. Here's my new hat with the brim. Ta-da! See my flower. This flower comes on and off, so I could also put this on my my other flapper hat if I wanted. You can notice I use the same yarn. But I really like this pattern. I don't know if you can see it. It's a shell stitch. I don't know. It's pretty feminine. And I like the little ruffle it gives on the brim. In any case, let's keep going. The hat and the flower were YouTube videos. So the hat, I think, was Bag-A-Day or Bag-O Crochet. I forget the name of the I'll link it above. The tutorial for the hat. And then I don't remember who did the flower. It was pretty simple. They had a chain 28 and then single crochet, and then there was and then it was like half doubles, doubles, and triple crochets to make the flower petals. I modified it a little bit. I did a single crochet foundationless row of 28, and then I just did the different hooks, the different flower petals on top, because I hate to do the chain and then the single crochet. It's not my thing, because I'm a little lazy, honestly. And it's hard to get your hook into the chain and all that stuff. So that's not my thing. In any case, I will link also the flower as they did it, although like I said, I modified it. So I'll include that link here as well. What else? So that is what I accomplished today so far. Not a very incredibly productive day, but I do have a rather long to-do list for the rest of the day. I need to load the dishwasher, straighten the kitchen, straighten the family room, and clear a path to my office. Those are the 4 things that I want to accomplish before the end of the day today. And then tomorrow, kind of getting back into the swing. So I have the PICC line insertion tomorrow morning at 8:30. I think I mentioned that on another video a couple days ago. And then work. So I'm going back to work tomorrow until whenever we schedule my treatment, later in the week. So I'll have a few days in the office at least, kind of catch up after the holidays and so forth. Okay, so I promised a show and tell. So I did last night when I was doing my sun salutations, I was bent upside down on my yoga mat. And I looked over and I said, I think my wigs are in that exact crate right there. So I pulled the bin out, I took the lid off, and there were my wigs from 15 years ago. So look at that memory. I don't know how I knew that. It was like invention. So I have 3 wigs. I'm only going to show you 2 today. One of them is a real hair wig that comes down pretty far because at the time that I lost my hair last time, 15 years ago, I had pretty long hair, and we did not tell my gram that I had cancer, that I was battling cancer. So I got a wig that was real hair wig that looks very similar to my own hair, so that whenever I spent time with my grandma, I would wear my wig. And we did tell her eventually after I'd won, but at that time the decision was made not to tell her. Interesting story about that wig. One day I had to run next door to my neighbor's house, and I pretty much wore hats and was just bald around the house. For some reason, I forget. And I knocked on the door, and I was talking to Jody, and she asked me, She's like, "Jen, your hair looks great today." I said, "Jode, this is a wig, right? It always looks great." And she started laughing. She's like, "I forgot." All right, so back to show and tell. Let me show you the 2 wigs that I'm going to show you. All right. Let's see if I can get these on in a reasonable appearance. I don't know. So these are not real hair, and I have to look up how to style them because I think they got a little funky while I was, storing them, but you get the idea. It's a little lighter than my natural color, but not by much, and actually I think my natural color now is pretty close to this based on what Gladys has been coloring it. So it's not too far from what my hair is these days. Not sure about the styling on it, but it's okay. What are your thoughts? I mean, they held up pretty well. All right, that's wig number 1. Oop. And here, oof. That's a little scary. Sorry, guys. I think that's in position. I can't tell. It's been a long time since I wore a wig, guys. Sorry if it's not quite right. Give me feedback. So a similar cut, I think. I think this one's a little shorter, like and it's got like the darker like undertones. It's a little blonder. The other one was a little more auburn, I think. I don't know. So this is what I have, and my thoughts here are they're okay. I mean, I got good responses when I wore this the last time, honestly. Different. It's interesting that I wore the blonde wig one. In any case, these are the wigs. I think that my plan at this point, I'm going to talk to insurance next week. They're going to call me like a nurse manager, understand what my benefit is, if they cover a wig, what the costs, how much they'll cover. And then I think I'm going to send a link over to Gladys. She's my hairstylist guru, and say, okay, I can get a wig up to this amount. What shape, what color, what do you recommend? And then maybe I'll get that as well. So then I'll have a little army here. I'm not sure how much I'll wear it, but at least I'll have it in my arsenal. And of course, I still have my wrap. All right, so I think that is all the information I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the show and tell. Oh, thank you so much for coming along on the journey with me. I am really treasuring every one of these good days because I know the not so good days are coming soon. But just enjoy every day you got, right? So here we go. Love you guys. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it.